What time is it?
I was about to yell, but like there's people around here.
The guy over there. The guy over here. What time is it?
Toyota Tidbitz.
What time is it? Toyota Tidbitz. What time is it?
What time is it?
This is so stupid. It's Toyota Tidbitz. What's going on, guys? Amazon visit. We got a couple things here for the 2002 4Runner. Just tidbits. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. The lines in this window are actually a supplementary antenna. I had this antenna and I ended up just pulling it out. It's all bent up and it stopped. And you've got to pull off your wheel cover down here and take that motor out. You can do a whip mod or actually a hide mod. I'm getting pretty good reception actually without it. So Amazon, we've got an adapter here. I'm going to combine the two antennas, and I've got this little micro adapter here. It's going to allow this to go into here, and so it can use both antennas to pull. I'm just not a big fan of having an antenna here and that motorized unit going up and down all the time and making noise is not something I really like. So if you want to disconnect your automatic antenna motor, here's how to do it. All right, so pull the dash out, and under all this mess, right here is your relay. So if you take and disconnect that plug, you disable the motor for the antenna from sounding when it doesn't work. Also too, since we're in here taking apart the dash, putting in this new deck here, of course, I'm waiting for the control panel, the climate control panel. That is out for a fix. $100. It's going to replace the lights and make it functional again, so when you actually press the buttons, it is going to function the way it's supposed to. Got a little microphone there. I'm not a big fan of talking on the phone when I'm in the vehicle anyway. But underneath here, these plugs actually plug into the amplifier, the factory amplifier. So we're bypassing that and using the plugs from the wire harness from Crutchfield. I went ahead and sprung for the $24. They went ahead and crimped everything for me. So all you basically have to do is unplug the connectors down here, plug them into the new ones, and you're good to go. Pretty awesome. You got 4 little right here, but I'm going to have to take this apart again because of the antenna situation. So by combining those two, I've had different feedback on whether or not it's really worth it. Some say that it's great reception and some say it's not so great. So I'm just going to give it a shot because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of antennas on any vehicle, to tell you the truth, but I'm not going to plan to put XM radio in here as well. Here's another thing, pulling that panel off. Different vehicles, you know, you've got different descriptions and such. Here's a shot of underneath. Okay, so you've basically got those 5 tabs, those yellow tabs that pop out, and you can just grab it and pull it out from your tabs right here. So that's all that is, just in case you're interested. And of course you've got to put your shifter into neutral or drive to get this little piece out and switched over. And of course here's your connections right there too. So all of this just pops out. And again, do it on a warm day when the weather's warm, so you don't break the tabs, you don't break the plastic. You'll be happy that you did that. Either that or start up your vehicle and get it all nice and warm in here. I've also read that you're not supposed to disconnect the passenger side airbag switch because of a check engine light might come on. Haven't had that happen. So we're good on that front as well. And so, you know, here's just the connectors back here. Your basic connectors to disconnect everything. I've got this apart, cleaned out these vents. Pretty happy with the stereo system and everything. When I get that climate control back, I'll check back in with you and let you know how that works. Good to get some green LEDs behind there. But right now, we've got new covers, so I got to pull this driver's side seat and we're gonna get all this fixed and make it look nice. Because I like 4Runners. I'm a Toyota fan. All right, so here's the secondary antenna. And here is the main one, since we have both of those. And of course I don't have the antenna because I don't like antennas, and I don't. It actually broke. Like that motor noise that we've got going on. So we're taking this adapter here. It's the micro adapter, so the secondary antenna. Getting that in there. All right, so now we've got the main antenna, the secondary antenna that's in the window back there. Now we're going to take our universal antenna adapter cable. Links below there probably. And we're going to go ahead and push that in there nice and firmly. All right, then we have our deck. The wiring harness goes right back in here. We've got our microphone, and of course the antenna port. It's going to go right in here. Go ahead and take a cable tie, and I'm going to put these up out of the way. And as I mentioned before here, this right here is the factory harness that's not being used because we're bypassing that factory amp. And this is the Crutchfield wiring adapter that I have that I got pre-tied, so that just pops in and sounds pretty good. Now I'm just gonna have to go drive it for a little bit and see how that signal, if it fades in and out. Everything looks nice, everything functions good. It's my jam, guys. USB port. Play XM through that with my app. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, whatever you guys want. And now we're going to have to go take a country road trip. Antenna mod works. Hopefully it doesn't fade in and out. One thing we should try is the AM radio to see if that comes in. I don't listen to much AM radio, but hey, there's a time and place for it. Source, AM. Wow.
And that was the first hit.
It never worked with the head unit. The factory.
Next thing was in my backyard.
Well, maybe I can listen to Tradio or something like that. Stern Show reference there if you don't get that. But yeah, when I had the head unit and both antennas were hooked up to that, I could not get an AM signal with that. So of course I've went ahead and I don't use the mast antenna, the motorized. I think we're all set. This is great. Super happy with this. Another Toyota tidbit for you. Sweet. Like new.